So we are on our way to locate a showing. I'm losing my voice, so you have to bear with me. We only have a couple hours, so we'll see what we can find. Maybe we can find a creek or two, do some panning, find a few grab samples. We will see. Bunch of samples here on the road, which are jasper. So we have a partially exposed hunk of bedrock here with slightly argillitic rock, and you have giant quartz veins going all throughout, but everything looks like it's virtually barren. Not even the occasional speck of sulphides or anything. Okay, so we are at a giant outcrop here. You can see this right here. This is Argillite. And up there, across the whole top, you have a quartz vein running along there. More quartz here, but again, no mineralization. Nice looking sunset. Getting late, so we're gonna have to pack her in pretty soon. So we are back out here doing some exploring, and what it looks like is you have Argillite here with oxidization and a little bit of sulphide staining in there, and you got this greenish colored mineral which looks like it's fluorite filling the fractures in between your Argillite. So you have quartz veins cutting through the whole thing over a span of about 100 meters. Virtually barren, other than the occasional speck of pyrite, but we're going to take a sample anyway. We'll see if there's any free milling metals in it, like gold. Alright, so I think your chemical and mechanical weathering has done its trick. You can see the oxidization, huge amounts of rust, a little bit of pyrite mineralization in there, but everything is pretty well leached out, and you're probably going to have some free milling metals in there by the look of it. So we're going to take a sample. We got up to a portion of the quartz vein here, which we're going to hammer and see if there's anything in that. It's just a little bit sketchy up here, so we'll show you anything we find. Alright, so looking at this vein a bit closer, your quartz actually looks more like quartz carbonate. Minor pyrite associated, maybe some free milling metals. We're going to look under the jeweler's loop. There's something in there. Anyway, we got a sufficient sample. We will see. So we have another outcrop here, oxidization on certain areas. Took a chip sample off a couple spots. Minor amounts of pyrite filling fractures, no other mineralization. We are coming across new outcrops and lots of oxidization. So we're stopping at all the outcrops and hammering a little bit off, seeing if we can find any mineralization. There's no major visible mineralization, the occasional speck of pyrite. Over here though, you can see just how rusty and oxidized this piece of outcrop is. Minor amounts of sulphides, looks like pyrite. What we're going to do is take a chip sample off of here and we're going to send it in for an analysis, see what kind of results we get back for that. See if anywhere along here is worth pursuing. So it just looks like a solid vein of rust. Hosting this vein, you have argillites. So this is what the hunks are coming out as. Just porous, rusty. I don't even know if I would call it rock. So we can see under the jeweler's loop some specks that look like they might be free milling metals, and we can definitely see sulphides. We want to see if there's any free milling metals, specifically gold or silver, and we'll post the assay result at the end of the video. So here's a piece that broke off. You can see contact with your argillites, just extremely rusty. It's just a big ball of rust. So we got our sample. A couple things we noticed when we pulled the sample off. You can see two specks right there, a third right there, another one there, another one there. So it's a little bit difficult to see with the rust, but that is actually gold. So I'm going to try and pull off a piece and see if I can show you. Might not be able to get it because it's so fine. I don't have any tweezers or anything. So let me take off my gloves. Okay. Look at that. It is so small, but that is definitely gold. Seeing visible gold that size in a hard rock deposit is pretty cool. That's a good grade. Keep losing it. Anyway, you can see that piece right there. We're going to take off a bit more of this for the sample. Most likely free mill gold is left behind, mechanical and chemical weathering has caused any sulphides or any irons to oxidize out, leaving your free mill metals. Looks like there's another little piece of gold right there. More oxidization here. Nice big patches there. So what you have here is small little sulphide veins along fractures, one right there, one right there. And you have fractures with minor amounts of pyrite along there, which is causing your oxidization. We have another oxidized area which shows sulphide staining and oxide staining. So we'll probably pull another sample. Looks like there's a vein in this fracture where the moss is. A nice little shear zone here. And more oxidization. Looks like here you have patches of pyrrhotite and iron pyrite where this burgundy nodules are. This oxidization is probably from iron content in the water spilling down, but could have some mineralization. More oxidized rock. Over here you have oxidization and a quartz vein. Quartz vein looks very like it's virtually barren, and your mineralization is in your actual host rock, which is Argillite. Here's a hunk of quartz up here, which is the vein, which continues down here and presumably would dive underneath the road or dip down based on the angle, strike and dip of the vein. So the quartz vein also is underneath here, running up here, and we have milky white quartz crystals all in here. We're going to pull them out and see if any of them look decent. Okay, so we got a bunch right here in a bag mixed with dirt. We're pulling more crystals out of here. And over on the truck we have a bunch more. Here's one I just pulled out. Nice little crystal. So we're going to clean out this a bit more and see what else we can find. So while my prospecting partner is trying to break off some of the stuff up there to not damage the crystals, trying to get some of the host rock off, I'm going to work over here because I just noticed another huge section which has vuggy quartz, and there is terminated crystals all over. So we'll see what we can pull out. Another crystal here. They are all over the place. All over the walls. So it's a little difficult with the tools we have to get them off, but we're going to try. There's another one. This is cool. It's not often you find this